guess you guys aren't ready for that yet. But you kids are gonna love it.
Invest in the plans. The roots are the organs of plants that are modified to provide entourage for the plants and take the water and nutrient.
Ooh, senpai, give me some of that magical cream of yours. Excuse me, that might have been a glitch in the system. So, welcome back, my beautiful sinners, to another great video here on the Savior channel. If you're new, which is highly likely, go down below and subscribe. I was looking at my analytics recently and only a few sinners are actually subscribed. So make sure that you do subscribe to the channel if you're new. I would highly appreciate it as a smaller and up-and-coming YouTuber. Ooh, mama, I'm a YouTuber. I sit in my room all day playing with myself and join this amazing community. We make all kinds of content and support me by checking out my music that I make, my synth music. If you want to hear something new and unique and you like music, and I'm sure you will because I'm going to talk about a great music game today, go check out my music on Spotify. Today, my sinners, I'm going to give you my early review of Metal Hellsinger. This is my game review of Metal Hellsinger, my honest review of Metal Hellsinger. I'm not going to BS around. Is Metal Hellsinger worth buying or not? It's quite a simple question, and I would say yes. Yes, it is, okay? Now, this isn't exactly an indie game. You know, the people who made this are some of the people behind games like Payday 2, which is obviously a very popular game, and a little bit of a sellout game if you ask me. I mean, for God's sake, H3 the absolute slimeball is a character within the game, but they do know how to make good shooter FPS games, and this game just shines because of that. Now, one thing that I have to say that these developers know how to do is good FPS gameplay. I mean, Payday 2, like it or hate it, it was very addictive with its gameplay, and the shooting did feel good. And yeah, honestly, here it does feel amazing, especially if you're on the computer. You know, you're gonna get super high frames and it's super responsive. I'm not sure exactly if this is coming to consoles, but I assume it will do. But anyway, this game is basically Doom on crack. I've talked about the black sheep of the Doom family, the one that I like so much, which is very slow-paced and underappreciated. However, the new Doom games are amazing, and if you just want something to turn off your brain, you don't want something complicated, you know, this isn't a story-driven game, it isn't filled with cinematic BS. If you just want a good video game for the sake of being a video game, and we don't get many games just being games anymore, they've all got to try and sell you something, some kind of narrative, some kind of agenda usually, and it's not like the good old days where we're just getting good games with interesting stories. We just get endless remakes and recycled games. I'm not going to pretend like the rhythm game formula is something new, but they are super successful because something about music and gaming just goes together so well. And you know, I love music, I'm a music producer myself, and a lot of my inspiration comes from video game soundtracks. Simplicity is divinity with music games like Beat Saber, for example. There's just something so relaxing and just kind of addicting about it. You just get into a flow state and it's just so immersive. And I would say that Metal Hellsinger is exactly the same thing, but a warning, okay? If you don't like heavy metal music, if you don't like death metal music, then this game isn't going to be for you. If you like the Doom soundtrack, then you might like this, but it is rather heavy. I would prefer if they mixed in some more kind of softer metal tracks. You know, I love bands like Rage Against the Machine, System of the Down, stuff like that. I used to be more into heavy metal when I was a teenager. Everyone goes through an angsty kind of phase where they think basically deafening themselves is cool, and it's not. Don't do that, because I'm suffering the consequences now with my ears. Don't be a dipshit like me, okay? I don't want to... I sound like a boomer, but don't listen to your music too loud, because trust me, it's not worth it. And you don't look cool, by the way, if you think having music coming out of your earphones is cool. I mean, obviously, that sounds cringe as hell, but what I'm saying is, we're all dumb teenagers at some point in our lives, but Metal music, like it or hate it, this game is great, is what I'm trying to say. You know, the action here is great, the FPS, the shooting feels good, it feels responsive. Your guns are basically the drums of the track. The longer you can keep a hit streak going, basically the music will amplify and just go absolutely insane. Sometimes it even feels like a bit of a bullet hell type game, and I like that because it basically, you're always on the move. You can't just sit around, you know, you've got to be active. It's like Doom, but like I said, on crack. You're moving much quicker. There are so many things for you to dodge. If you want the music to progress, you've got to focus and be actually good with your aim. Don't expect some kind of BS aim assist. This is a proper man's game, if I've got to be honest, and I like it because we don't get many games like this. I do also like the character design and basically this weird demonic theme. You know, it does feel kind of sloppy at times. It is obviously not a AAA game, and I don't think this game's going to be too expensive, so I kind of forgive it for that aspect. But don't expect something of high art or something of deep meaning. This is just, you know, a good FPS music game to kind of switch off your brain. And like I said, the action here feels responsive, it feels nice and fluid, and there are multiple weapons that basically change how you play. Different weapons here basically interact as almost separate instruments and different types of tempo, which is just so cool. You know, I love seeing this type of stuff in gaming. Music and video games just go so well together because it's all about a flow state. It's all about transporting yourself and kind of merging with the universe, just merging yourself with this experience. And yeah, I just feel like Metal Hellsinger is a great game. It's worth a buy if you like this type of game. If you're not a fan of this music, or if you're not a fan of this kind of formula, then I would say skip on it. Also, I couldn't play the whole game. I only had a little bit of an early access to it. But pretty much, it's not actually that super long, but it does have a lot of replayability in it. And it can feel a little bit repetitive at times. There's not enough enemy differences in my opinion, and the action can kind of get repetitive, but because the music is good, and if you like this type of music, and basically the music will always change, you know, it just feels addictive, and it's not expecting much. It's very simple for what it is, and I just think it's a nice experience, and it's trying to do something a little bit unique, and that's something that we have to promote in the gaming industry, because the gaming industry has become completely corrupt and stale in my opinion. So yeah, that's just my quick review of Metal Hellsinger, and I hope you did enjoy my honest review of Metal Hellsinger. And yeah, I would say it's worth it as a musician and as someone who loves games. Like I said, it does feel kind of janky in some parts, and don't expect, you know, like a 100% polished experience, but just as a simple shooter, and if you can get this on sale, even better. And it's just something that you can just switch off your brain and play for a couple of hours if you want to, you know, kind of let off some steam, then yeah, I would recommend it. I'll see you in the next video. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, smash like and subscribe. Smash it! Okay? Oh god. Yeah, I'm gonna go drown myself now.